a few new people today, so I'm going to give some meditative instructions that you've heard already. But
Sounds good.
okay. So this meditation is just to be with what is as it is. It's our intention is not to change the experience or create any kind of special experience. It's just to be present in the present with whatever's happening, whether you deem that intellectually good or bad. It's our natural instinct to want to push bad away, push uncomfortability away, push difficulty away. But in doing so, we make it worse by not dealing with it. The way to deal with uncomfortability and difficulty and instability is to find your place in it, to find comfortability within uncomfortability, to be able to be stable within instability, to be okay within difficulty. So meditation is a metaphor for doing that in our real lives. We use the breath and awareness of breathing to stay present. The reason we do this is the breath is the most consistent, repetitive thing that happens no matter what. We're always breathing. Yes, we can hold the breath, but we eventually have to start breathing again. But bringing awareness to the breath, we're not making any special effort to breathe a specific way. It doesn't mean we're suddenly focused on breathing extremely deeply or slowly. We're not trying to control the breath. We're trying to let it come and go and just use it as something to bring our attention back to the moment. This type of meditation would say we're trying to not get into an intellectual space of thinking, okay, I'm breathing. We want to get to a space where we're not thinking about it and we just have an awareness of just breathing. Breathing's happening, it's present, and I'm experiencing it. We're not trying to stop thinking. The mind thinks, that's what it does. But most of the time, it spews complete nonsense. Or it spews things that we've believed that are true that maybe aren't true upon investigation about ourselves and about life itself. So if we think, what we don't want to do is get swept away in our thinking and then have it take us out of the moment. So if we start thinking, what we say to ourselves, we use the mind to redirect the mind. So what I would say to myself is thinking, just note it, label it, come back to the breath. It's very difficult for most of us most of the time to do that. Usually we realize we're thinking when we're thinking about something and we're kind of drawn into the topic of what we're thinking about. So then the next level of redirecting back would be to note what we're thinking about. Whether we heard something, hearing, car beep, horn, come back. Well, and we do that very kind, compassionate, understanding way. We're not harsh with ourselves or judgmental or angry that, oh, fuck, I'm thinking, or we're not, thinking, come back. And we train the mind, we train our critical thinking to redirect our brain's thinking, which is just thinking that happens on its own. What we don't want to do is get past labeling hearing and go past labeling siren into a story related to hearing a siren. I hear a siren, don't get swept away into a story about a sick person or a friend that was rushed, or a family member rushed to a hospital in an ambulance and how they died, but whatever. We just don't want to add a narrative to what's happening. Does that make sense so far? So we sit with what's happening. The first level or foundation of mindfulness is to be engaged with the physicality of the body, the sensations of the body. To not push it away, but try to sit with it. Now that doesn't mean I want you to sit there in pain. What it means is we sit with pain just a bit longer than our mind wants us to. And we slowly learn to see that the worst part of pain is our resistance to it. When we can engage the pain, sit with it, and not judge it and create a narrative about it, all of a sudden we see that it's based on conditions. And when those conditions change, the pain changes. And our whole physical experience is that. Conditions come, they create a physical contact with us, and we have a physical sensation reaction. But then the conditions change, and that changes. So we kind of ebb and flow with the changes, and don't judge it, don't attach to it, don't push it away. I don't want to talk too long about that, but what else is here? Hi, Danielle. Just some new people, so I'm giving some meditation instructions. Any questions about any of that? Sounds like a lot, and maybe it is, but Buddhism itself and meditation is a practice of a skill set, that the more you do it, the easier it gets, and the more habitual it becomes, and the more skillful you become at it. 20 minutes might go by like that, but we don't want it to go by like that because we're thinking about what a beautiful day, I'm going to go to the beach after, take a walk. So we don't want to daydream the time away. Sometimes if you're really good at being present, it could drag on forever because all you're present with is that sharp pain in my lower back. It is what it is. I say, this is one of my mantras, bad meditation, and that's a loaded thing, bad. There's no bad meditation. The only bad meditation would be not being present. So what we deem bad meditation, like we're in pain or we're thinking a lot and have to constantly read it, that's good if we're present for it. If we're aware and present that we're struggling, that's actually good. So we're going to sit now. You don't have to be rigid and tense. Try to relax, find a comfortable spot, but then see how that comfortable spot isn't so comfortable after a couple minutes, and you have to find a new comfortable spot. But you have to be uncomfortable within that. The goal, there's no goal, but the lesson from the first foundation of mindfulness, being aware of our physicality, is to realize we are not this body. It doesn't mean this body doesn't exist, and it doesn't mean, this isn't Jeff's body and that's not Maureen's body. What it means is this body is susceptible to change, to old age, to sickness, to death. We can be injured, get physical challenges, we can be sick. So the purpose is not to identify with the body as anything permanent and fixed. It's constantly changing. And we can talk more about that later. So any last questions or any questions? Cool. Find your comfortable spot. See you in 20 minutes.